Sonal, please continue. Sorry for the interruption.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Udayam. We will conduct this contest completely in line with the rules mentioned in the latest contest speech book, published by Toastmasters International. I will now read out the rules for the International Speech Contest in brief. To be eligible to participate, a contestant must be a paid member of a club in good standing in which he or she is competing and must meet all the eligibility criteria as per the latest speech contest rulebook. For this contest, I declare all the contestants are eligible to participate. Contestants must create their own speeches and speeches must be substantially original. 25% or less of the speech may be devoted to quoting, paraphrasing, or referencing another person's content. Any quoted, paraphrased, or referenced content must be so identified during the speech presentation. Contestants must not reference another contestant or speech presented by another contestant from this contest. All contestants will speak from the same speaking area designated by the contest master during the briefing. Speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Contestants who speak for less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite or non-verbal communications with the audience. This is usually the first word uttered by the contestant, but would include any other communication such as sound effects, a stage act by another person, etc. The judges, the contestants, functionaries, sergeant-at-arms, online moderators have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed of the location of the timers. Timers, please demonstrate the timing device as follows. The green light will be turned on at 5 minutes and will be remained on for 1 minute. Green card, please. Toastmaster Nitesh. Is Nitesh in the room?
Nitesh, I hope you are able to hear us.
Yes, please flash the green flag.
Yeah.
Yes. The yellow light will be turned on at 6 minutes and will remain on for 1 minute. The red light will be turned on at 7 minutes and will remain on until the speech is concluded. No indication will be given post the overtime period. In the event of a technical failure of the signal, a speaker is allowed 30 seconds extra overtime before being disqualified. Judges are instructed not to consider time in the ranking of the contestants. There will be 1 minute of silence after each contestant for the judges to mark their ballots. There would be 2 minutes of silence after the last contestant for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. Protests are limited to eligibility, originality, and reference to another contestant's speech in today's contest and must be lodged by the voting judges or contestants. Protests, if any, may be lodged with the chief judge, that is Toastmaster Veera Shantiram, prior to the adjournment of the contest. The contest master for today's contest is myself, Toastmaster Sonal Shailendra, and the chief judge for today's contest is Toastmaster Veera Shantiram. The contestant will be introduced in the following manner. Contestant number, contestant name, speech title, contestant name. We have 4 contestants for today's contest. The speaking order was randomly determined during the contestants' briefing by the contest master. The order is as follows. Contestant number 1, Srinivas Pai. Contestant number 1, Srinivas Pai.
Yes.
No. This is for the judges. Please maintain silence. Contestant number 2, Pasha. Contestant number 2, Pasha. Contestant number 3, Abhishek. Contestant number 3, Abhishek. Contestant number 4, Tanmay. Contestant number 4, Tanmay. I confirm all the contestants are present in the room. The judges, the contest officials, and the contestants all have been briefed and are now ready to begin the contest. Here are a few reminders before we begin. No one will be allowed in or out of the room when a contestant is speaking. If you have to enter or leave the room, please do so during the 1 minute interval or after the contest. There shall be no flash photography or videography during the contest, unless authorized to do so by the contestant. Mention names of those who are recording. Please identify your representative, but since the contest has been recorded, I don't think that will be necessary. Kindly ensure all your noise-producing devices, such as mobiles, tablets, are switched off or turned to silent mode. The self-unmute option is disabled. Toastmaster Udaya, could you please confirm?
Yes, Somal.
Thank you. The contestants will be asked to unmute by the moderator when their turn arrives. The chat option with everybody will also be disabled. Contestants, are you ready? Tally counters, timers, Sergeant at Arms, are you ready? Audience, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Yes. Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
Yes, Toastmaster Shanu, we shall begin the contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now begin the 2022-2023 International Speech Contest for the Speakersden Toastmasters Club. In order to maintain uniformity, all contestants, we will now maintain 1 minute of silence before I call on contestant number 1. Sergeant at Arms, please prepare contestant number 1. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up. Just flash the red card when 1 minute is up. Lalita, do you want to say something? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, Sonal, if you can just brief me as a sergeant at arm what I'm supposed to do.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Shall we do this after 1 minute of silence, please?
Yeah.
Timer, let's give or else let's just finish it off and we'll have a minute of silence again. Yes, Lalita.
Okay, Lalita, you want to? I think Veera, she was addressing this, and we'll observe 1 minute of silence after this.
Yeah.
Veera, I think she has a question for you.
Okay, so Lalita, you were mentioning as SAA what is needed.
Yeah.
Okay, right now for speech contest, we don't have anything. During the table topics and evaluation contest, you will be moved to the breakout room along with the rest of the contestants.
Okay.
You please ensure all the contestants are on video and they have all their mics unmuted and they are not looking elsewhere. I will share you, if Sonal, if you can share Lalita's contact with me, let me quickly drop her a message with them. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Yes.
Timer, we will now maintain 1 minute of silence to maintain uniformity.
Thank you.
Before we begin, can we have an audio video check, Toastmaster Srinivas? Could you please repeat after me? It's a good day, 1, 2, 3, with hand gestures.
A quick thing for the Zoom moderator. Udaya, if it is all right, let's not spotlight anyone. The contestant will pin both the timers. The contestants have been briefed about it, and we need not spotlight the contestant as well, because the only speaker during that time will be the contestant, because they are unmuted. They will be coming up on the screen, and the judges, if needed, will pin the contestant on the screen. All right. Thank you so much.
Good.
Yeah.
Contestant number 1, Srinivas Pai, can we have an audio video check? Please repeat after me with hand gestures. It's a good day, 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, 1, 2,
Chief-
3.
Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
Can you just give me a sec for the voting judges to confirm? In the meantime, I would request the contestant to pin both the timers.
Just a quick clarification. I had to look at timer 1, right? Or timer 2.
You can pin both of them, but timer 1 will be the one who's showing the cards.
Okay.
And yes, contest master, the AV is clear. You are good to go.
Yeah. Contestant number 1, Srinivas Pai, run towards your problems. Run towards your problems, Toastmaster Srinivas Pai.
Good morning, contest chair, Toastmasters, and dear guest. My topic for today is run towards your problem. And my problem was public speaking. But first, you need to understand how it became my problem. My encounter with public speaking started at a very young age when I saw my sister on a stage on a Rotary Club competition, and she won it. I was fascinated with all the applause. And so my journey started. Guess where I went to get my first speech written? To my sister. I still remember the topic as if it was yesterday. Will computers replace humans? Oh boy, just listening at the topic, you can see how old I am. That was the sound of applause. My teacher, along with a standing ovation, and with all the other people, gave to me. It was similar to our icebreaker speech, only it was not forced. But that gave me a boost to start in this path. And suddenly, I was the go-to guy for every speech. Independence Day, Republic Day, my friend's birthday. I was the guy to give the speech. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I still remember one day during an Independence Day speech, I got up on the stage. I said, the Britishers had left this country 55 years back. And on this eve of 15th August, 1957, I said 1957. And the people looked at me as if that was the only thing you were supposed to get right. But I didn't flinch. I was very confident. I wanted to make a mark. And so my journey continued. One day, my parents came with a confused look, and they both looked at me and my sister and said, guys, I think there's some confusion here. Like, we what? They said, the options available for you guys are doctor and engineer. And my sister, being an elder one, chose the doctor's profession. And I took up the engineering profession. And so my journey with public speaking ended for the next decade. Fast forward age 20, I have to give a project presentation. Easy peasy, right? Project presentation in college, your friends are there. But when I got up on the stage, I realized I was sweating. My heartbeat was very fast and I was nervous. Somehow I managed to get through that project presentation. My friends were laughing, but it's college. Everyone laughs and nobody really cares. And I never really considered it as a problem. Fast forward age 25. I have to give a corporate presentation. I have to replace a very senior guy. I'm in front of 300 people. And suddenly I realized it's a big presentation. So I asked my friend, hey, we should do this presentation together. I'll do slide 1 to 20. You do slide 20 to 40. And he said, yes, let's do that. And we both got up on the stage and I started. I said, good morning. My name is Srinivas Pai. So let's start with slide 1. And I don't know what happened. I just know I froze. I froze. I froze. I couldn't get a word out. I'm looking at the audience. Audience is looking at me with sympathy. My friend is looking at me. I'm looking at the friend in the corner of an eye. And I had realized I could not do anything. 1 minute of this passed. And my friend realized, boy, there's something wrong here. And he came and he took the pointer from my hand and he started off the presentation. I'm still standing there like a statue. So after a few minutes, I made my way down from the stage. I decided this is it. No more stage for me, no more public speaking for me. And every opportunity from that day onwards, I rejected it. In office, there's a presentation to give. I call on my colleagues. I call in sick, but I will not make that presentation. And that was my intention. Instead of running towards my problem, I ran away from it. That's the day I should have realized I shouldn't have done that. But guess what happened? The problem kept on getting bigger, 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 until one day, I couldn't even go up on a stage to click a photograph. That was the social anxiety disorder I was struggling with. And in the very same room where I'm giving this speech right now, in the August of 2022, that is last year, I decided I had to do something about it. What happened to that kid who used to love speeches? What happened to that kid who used to enjoy speaking with people? And I decided to join a meeting. Most of you guys must have heard about it. Toastmasters. And I signed up for every presentation in office. Make no mistake, I still struggle with anxiety. I still struggle with sweating and all the problems associated with it. But I have decided that I'll run towards my problem. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it doesn't matter what your problem is. It may be fear of flying or fear of heights. All you need to do is run towards your problem. If it's fear of heights, climb as many high-rise buildings as possible. If it's fear of flights, take as many flights as possible. But run towards your problem, because therein lies your solution. Therein lies your salvation. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 2, Pasha. Can we have an audio video check? Contestant number 2. Has he dropped off?
Is in the call. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's a good day. Please repeat after me. It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
Just give me one moment. Yes, the AV is clear.
Yes. Contestant number 2, Pasha. Power of faith. Power of faith, Pasha.
What do you think is the key to achieve our goals? What gives us power to move forward continually, regardless of our situations? Anybody from the audience? What gives us power to move continually forward, even regardless of our situations? Is faith. Faith moves the mountains. Faith crosses the oceans. With faith, nothing is impossible. Good morning, one and all. Let's deep dive into my personal story of power of faith. I was born in poor family, poor normal family. As a child, I was never interested in studies. I hardly went to school till I was 13 years old. I would spend most of my time on hills and on rearing sheep and goats. I was a shepherd boy. I learned my English alphabets when I was in 6th standard. From where I got this faith? When I was in 8th standard, my mother wanted me to become a doctor because my cousin brother got MBBS seat. See, though I was though I was not interested in poor in education, see my mother's faith in me. She wanted me to become a doctor. Second, when I was in 9th standard, one day my sister came crying to me, asking for an advice. She had a severe toothache. She, with the cheek swelling, she advised her to put red chili powder in her tooth cavity. Because when I had a same problem, I put red chili powder in my tooth cavity. So after putting a red chili powder in my tooth cavity, it has burned so severely that toothache is nothing in front of it. But for my sister, it didn't work. She has to, it got worse and she has to rush for the only dentist in the town. After she has waited for a long hour, 6 hours long hour with pain and cheek swelling, she finally has the turn come and she came back to home. After that incident, she wanted me to become a dentist. How this faith has got strengthened. After the 2 incidents, I have got exposed to series of unpleasant feelings like shame, embarrassment, disgust, overwhelm. So whenever my uncles meet me in a family occasion, they would address me as shepherd boy. It would disgust me a lot. So when I was in 10th standard, one of my teachers asked me, what you wanted to become? I told, I wanted to become doctor. Your whole class laughed at me. My crush even laughed even louder to my embarrassment. So the one thing my faith become intensified and it becomes my magnificent obsession is, after clearing my 10th class, I applied in 4 PU colleges, different PU colleges. So straight away I have rejected in three out of 4 colleges because of my poor marks in English. But fortunately, I called for interview in one college. The principal was a retired colonel. After seeing my manners, after seeing my dressing style, after seeing my knowledge in communication and haircut, he straight away rejected me, saying we would not admit labor class people in our college. That incident was the most embarrassing moment in my whole life. I cried, that night I cried a lot, but I decided that my faith inside me, it has intensified. And I decided, I committed myself that, Pasha, one day you will become doctor. You don't agree, Pasha. Like that faith has come inside me. So I committed. Then I come back from Bangalore. I joined second PUC exam. I joined second PUC in my government first grade college Chintamani. You know, government first grade college Chintamani, no facilities. The lecturers, no lecturers. Hardly classes would had happen. So I had to believe on my self studies and tuitions. More importantly, I have to believe on my faith. So after continuously believing on myself, I worked hard. So my second PUC results came. In my second PUC results and my CET results, CET result first list announced. I didn't get any chance. I didn't get selected. But I was waiting, crying. Crying. I was believing. Hope this one. Depressed. I was believing. Lonely. I was believing in myself. Pasha, don't agree defeat. You will get it. One as second list also announced. I didn't get my name, but everyone lost the hope. Finally, they asked me to go and do admission in sericulture, but I got admission in sericulture. But finally, magic event happened in my life. That event, third list, I have announced my name. So I went and got admission into BDS. I became a doctor. So the takeaway is, I listened to my parents. I found my purpose. I followed my purpose. I become a doctor. So this is faith. Faith has miracle in it, power in it, perseverance in everything in it. Over to you, sir.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 3, Abhishek, can we have an audio video check? Could you kindly repeat after me? It's a good day, 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day, 1, 2, 3.
With hand gestures, please.
It's a good day, 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
May I please request the contestant to slightly move a bit back because your head is getting cut off a bit.
Is it fine?
And repeat it once. Yes.
It's a good day, 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Now,
I see it clear, but just give me a moment. I'll get a confirmation from the judges as well. Yep, the AV is clear. Perfect.
yes. Contestant number 3, Abhishek, look backwards if you want to move forward. Look backwards if you want to move forward, Abhishek.
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and dear friends. I always look backwards to our ancient sages and yogis when I wanted to proceed further. Because lot of challenges, whatever I faced, I was able to overcome because of their teachings or their good description, whatever they gave in their text. For instance, I had issue when I used to speak some of the truth that was very harsh, but I was very righteous that I am speaking the truth, and truth is truth. So I attended one of the session with the Art of Living, which told that you should always speak pleasant truths instead of harsh truth. And the way they explained with a very good example, which was there was a king, and he was very anxious because king those days they used to have war all day long, and they're very anxious about the future. So he had an astrologer, and he told astrologer, okay, please tell me what is my future about myself, or about my future, what I'm going to do after 10 years, 20 years. So astrologer told, oh, what shall I tell? All your family members, they will die before you. So king got very angry. He was very furious, and he put him into jail. Then this news spread like fire all the way along to whole town, everyone. So one of his disciples, who was very smart, he thought, okay, I need to save my guru. So he visited the king and told him, I am also astrologer, so I can give you a better suggestion. Then the king told, okay, go on. So the second astrologer, he told, wow, what a great chart you have. You will live a long life. You will be prosperous. You will live 100 years, and no one else in your family will live 100 years. So he told king was his eyes got lit up. He was, oh, is it like that? He told, yes. So king was very happy, and he gave him lot of things, lot of money and everything. And he told, okay, what do you want? So he told, the person who is in the jail, he is my guru. So please release him. So king released him, and in this way, he was able to solve the problem. Similarly, the same thing I applied a lot of time, and I was able to overcome some of the problems which I faced earlier. So this is one of the instances. Moving on to the next thing, one ideal thing is which is infallible solution to every problem. Can anyone tell a Toastmaster Sonal? Infallible solution to every problem. Any guess? Anyone? Okay. So I will just tell it is about deep breathing and so the yogasana, deep breathing yoga and breath work. The way it works, that lot of time you might have seen that parents, they will tell their children that you should study more, but children, they are very much anxious, and they're very angry, they'll be very irritated, and they're not able to concentrate. But how exactly that deep breathing works is that when you breathe deeply, and when you focus on, like, if you breathe 5 breaths per minute, and if you practice for 10 to 20 seconds, 10 to 20 minutes, then the entire energy within your system that invokes vagus nerve. And that is a part of a lot of scientists, they have already found out that when deep breathing and some of the breathing exercises, it invokes parasympathetic nervous system. So that is the reason lot of time people, you might have heard after Corona and like before Corona also, that a lot of people have died because of extreme exercise. Because extreme exercise, or when you go to gym, that invokes sympathetic nervous system. So sympathetic nervous system, which is like Surinari in pranayama, and that makes you more anxious. And you will be very much anxious about everything. You will be angry or irritated. Whereas when you do some yogasanas or pranayama or deep breathing, then you will invoke parasympathetic nervous system, and that in turn will give you relaxation, deep, and you will create alpha vibration. And our great scientist of West, Einstein, also told that you cannot solve a problem if it is created in different consciousness or different mindset. So which means that if certain problem is created in alpha mindset, then you have to be in alpha so that you can solve that problem, and which can only be created when you are in deep relaxation, when you practice like some of the breath work and yogasanas, because that invokes parasympathetic nervous system. And there are two very important pranayama also, which is Surinari pranayama and Chandrabhedi pranayama, which invokes parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. So you need to balance that one so that you have more relaxation, you can achieve more success, and that in turn. So coming back, same thing to the children also, we should tell children about deep breathing, and about also we have this savasana or deep relaxation technique that also helps in relaxation, which in turn will create deep alpha mindset, and which in turn will have, they will be able to concentrate and focus. With that in mind, just I want to summarize that all these things, if you want to move forward, you need to look backward so that we can get ancient wisdom and live a happy and successful life. Over to you, Toastmaster Sonu.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 4, Tanmay, can we have an audio video check? Could you please repeat after me? It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, is the audio and the video of the contestant clear?
Yes, Contest Master, the AV is clear.
Okay. Contestant number 4, Tanmay. Potato, Tanmay.
Were you body shamed in the past in your life? Use your hand, show your hand, or use the Zoom reaction buttons to agree or disagree. Show a thumbs up if you think that you were body shamed in the past. I see hands are raised, hands are going up, reactions are coming up. Thank you, everyone. So when we grow up, we were used to be called by different names just because you are different from the society. In our classrooms, in our playgrounds, in our coachings, and sometimes even at our home, you're called by a variety of nicknames, which are not even your official nicknames, such as Lambu, Motu, Patlu, Tingu, Laddu, and sometimes even vegetables, maybe pumpkin or a potato. Did it ever happen to you that you entered a room and suddenly someone shouted, "See, There comes the potato. Raise your hand if it happened with you. And you felt terrible about it. Raise your hand, use your Zoom reactions. You just entered a room silently, but then there is a friend sitting in the corner who called out, look, there is the potato. Because honestly, you feel terrible about it. And the same happened with me just a minute ago when the contest master called me Tanmay Potato, Potato Tanmay. I have a question. Do you think it is mandatory to conform yourself to societal standards of beauty? Do you think it is required to have a chiseled body or a beautiful face with wavy hairs? While growing up, we were surrounded by all these ads of fairness creams, weight loss pills, everywhere we go. In our newspapers, in the billboards on the flyers, and nowadays, even on our phone, our laptops in the form of internet, you find these adverts targeted at you. Lose weight in 60 days, take this pill and you will see the miracle. But is it important to conform to these beauty standards? Think of these tales that we have heard about the beautiful maidens locked up in the high tower, waiting for their tall, dark and handsome knight in the shining armor, riding on a white horse, coming to rescue them. But do you think these tales would exist if the knight was a bit more dark skinned, or would he have to take a dive into the fairness creams before rescuing the princess? History is evidence that people across the world have employed in techniques which are borderline torture to conform the beauty standards. Chinese foot binding and Victorian corsetry is a beautiful example and a horrible example. Even right now, in the modern history, we see all these beautiful models catwalking on the ramp for Victoria's Secret with size 0. But do you know, this size 0 invites a lot of psychological and medical problems, such as low self-esteem, anorexia, bulimia, and even body dysmorphic disorders. So what do we do about it? Is having a size 0 the only solution to fit in our society? Is having a size O not acceptable? Now times have changed. Lately in 2017, fashion industry put a ban on size 0 models, citing the medical conditions, that there are too many risks with size 0, and push towards size plus models as well. At least the fashion designers are now listening to their customers. It is okay to be a potato. It is okay to be comfortable in your own skin. But all of these body positivity movement that is going on around the world invites another set of new challenge. As every coin has two faces, there is also a negative and a dark side of the body positivity movement. How many of you have seen all these videos on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, where there are people promoting unhealthy lifestyle as a way of life in the name of body positivity? There are numerous reels where they are asking you to be, it's okay to be fat or obese, like to the point that obesity is now considered a major health risk around the globe. And as per WHO, which is World Health Organization, having a BMI of 30 to 35 is considered as overweight, and 35 plus is obesity. The risk is so high that March 4th is observed as World Obesity Day across the globe. But these facts, we just say, these are just numbers pumped up by these money churning machines. But let's look at the facts. As of now, 13% of the world population is suffering with overweight and obesity, inviting a plethora of health risks associated with obesity. Let's not go very far. Let's look at India. 5% of Indian population suffers with morbid obesity. And this situation is much worse in tier 1 cities. 21% children under the age of 19 in Bangalore are suffering with obesity, which is 4 times higher than the national estimate. Is it something to be laughed about? Or we should take some steps towards it? Because if you look at the problems which generates after the obesity is huge. These 21% children in Bangalore, 14% of them are at a higher risk of developing lifestyle diseases later in their adulthood. This may include cardiovascular, diabetes, mental health, musculoskeletal, for example, osteoarthritis, and even cancer. The thing is, we need to do something about it, because obesity is a disease which can be cured without medical drugs. So change your lifestyle and make sure that you eradicate this obesity. Be a potato, but you decide whether you want to be a potato or a French fry. Thank you.
We will now observe 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. Timer, please indicate when 2 minutes is up. I request the Zoom moderator to escort the chief judge and the tally counters to the breakout room.
Give me a second. I just renaming the contestants as per the order, so that easy to organize it. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Zoom moderator, if you can just move me and the tally counter alone to the breakout room now. I think you have created the breakout room for the table topic contestants. We will do that. Okay. I'm not sure why we have the table topic contestants getting moved already. I would request you bring back the table topic contestants, and this breakout room is just for me and the tally counter alone. Once this contest is done, once we get started with the table topics, at that point of time, we can request the contestants to move to the breakout.
Okay, just a second.
No problem.
I don't think. I think they'll be calling you. I think everyone should unmute yourselves.
The TT contestants, we will move back to the breakout room shortly. Currently, CJ and tally counters are taking their time for the first contest. So we'll move you in 2 minutes time.
Yeah. So before that, I'll have to read. But is there anybody, the first-time contestants, who want to share their experience very briefly on how it was to participate in today's contest? Nobody wants to share?
They need to unmute, I think, Sonal. You can pick the number, name, I will.
Yeah, just
please,
Tanmay, Asha.
Raise your hands, I will unmute if anyone want to share your
experience.
Dear ISC contestants.
It looks like no one wants to talk. I think Mr. Tarun Kumar is a guest and he'd like to say something. Yes, Mr. Tarun Kumar.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster. I mean, what is this topic all about? Because I happened to join a little late and.
Okay, so we will brief you. I will do that one-on-one. But is there anything else that any of the contestants want to say? No? Okay.
Contest master, we are back. If you are good to start up with the table topics contest, we can go.
Yes.
Okay, give me a minute. I will move all the people to.
No.
Sorry.
Uday, I'll have to read out the instructions.
Got it.
Yes. So with that, we come to the end of the International Speech Contest. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for all our contestants for taking that first step? We will now go to our second contest for today, which is the table topic contest. So I welcome all of you to the 2022-2023 table topics contest for the Speakersden Toastmasters Club. Once again, I am Toastmaster Sonal Shailendra, and I will be your contest master for today's contest. The winner for today's contest will advance to the area contest, which is scheduled for the 26th of March. We will conduct this contest completely in line with the rules mentioned in the latest contest speech book published by Toastmasters International. I will now read out some of the rules of the table topic contest in brief. To be eligible to participate, a contestant must be a paid member of a club in good standing in which he or she is competing and must meet all the eligibility criteria as per the latest speech contest rulebook. For the contest, I declare all the contestants are eligible to participate. All contestants will speak on one topic which will be general in nature and will not require any specialized knowledge. Then all but the first contestant will be escorted to the breakout room by the sergeant at arms or the Zoom moderator. So Toastmaster Uday will be sending all but the first contestant to the breakout room. All contestants will speak from the same speaking area designated by the contest chair during the briefing. The speech timing is 1 to 2 minutes. Contestants who speak for less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. The timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This is usually the first word uttered by the contestants, but would include any other communication such as sound effects, a stage act by another person, etc. The judges, contestants, functionaries, and sergeant at arms, online moderators are fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed of the location of the timers. Timers, please demonstrate the timing device. The green light will be flashed at 1 minute and will remain on for 30 seconds. The yellow light will be turned on at 1 minute and 30 seconds and will be remained on for 30 seconds. The red card will be turned on at 2 minutes and will be remain on till the speech is concluded. No indication will be given post the overtime period. In the event of a technical failure of the signal, a speaker is allowed 30 seconds extra overtime before being disqualified. Judges are instructed not to consider time in the ranking of their contestants. There will be 1 minute of silence after each contestant for the judges to mark their ballots. There will be 2 minutes of silence after the last contestants for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. Protests are limited to eligibility, originality, or reference to another contestant's speech in today's contest and must be lodged by the voting judges or the contestants. Protests, if any, may be lodged with the chief judge prior to the adjournment of the contest. The chief judge for today's contest is Toastmaster Veera Shanti Ram. Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner: contestant number, contestant name, topic, contestant name. We have 8 contestants for today's contest. I will read out the speaking order now. Just give me a second, my phone. Contestant number 1, Abhishek. Contestant number 1, Abhishek. Contestant number 2, Sankhya. Contestant number 2, Sankhya. Contestant number 3, Madhav. Contestant number 3, Madhav. Contestant number 4, Venkatesh. Contestant number 4, Venkatesh. Contestant number 5, Chetana. Contestant number 5, Chetana. Contestant number 6, Srinivas Pai. Contestant number 6, Srinivas Pai. Contestant number 7, Pasha. Contestant number 7, Pasha. Contestant number 8, Tanmay. Contestant number 8, Tanmay. I confirm all the I confirm all the contestants are in the meeting room. Chief Judge, can we begin the contest? I have the topics with me. Which topic will you select?
Yes,
They are 1 to 4.
Contest Master. Yeah. What are the numbers?
1 to 4.
1 to 4. I'd go with number 2. And just a quick heads up, can I also request contestant number 8, Tanmay, to come on video, please? And for all the contestants, please ensure when you are in the breakout room, you are expected to keep your video turned on and your audio turned on. And I believe Tanmay has a backup device. So Zoom moderator, please move the backup device as well to the breakout room. Is there any other contestant having a backup device? Okay, I take that as a no.
Contestant number 2, Sankhya. Can we have an audio video check? Could you please repeat after me? It is a good day, 1, 2, 3.
It is a good day, 1, 2, 3.
Could you please spin the timer?
Sure.
Is the Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
Yes, the AV is clear.
Contestant number 2, Sankhya. Fresh start. Fresh start, Sankhya.
After my first job didn't went down well, what do you expect? Well, let me take you back 15 years back. When I got my first job and I was overwhelmed, at least I can show my face to the society stating, yes, I have a job. But when you continue with the job, there are work pressures, there are politics, there are targets to achieve. And when you couldn't do that, you fall under something which is called a pink slip. That was the day, ladies and gentlemen, when all the world, when I was in cloud 7, decided to fall down. I fall down from a cloud 7 and I was completely devastated. I don't know how to face that. I don't know how to face the world. I couldn't tell that to my family. I couldn't tell that to anybody that I was now jobless. I went to the bus stand. I just sat over there. Days passed by just to show that I still have a job to my family. But then frustration has a limit, and that limit was crossed. Then I decided enough is enough. Let's start a new life. Let me face with the courage to tell my dad, Dad, I don't have a job. I went in, I told, I don't have a job. And they were completely fine. They said, okay, that's fine, get another job. I said, that's it? Oh my God. Then what about the tension and everything I have? I felt very lightened. I started applying again and again. I got dejected many times, but this time I thought I have a new life. I have a new start. Let me start with a new job because it's all about learning. Over to you, Contest Master.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 3, Madhav. Can we have an audio video check? Kindly repeat after me. It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day.
Okay, can you please pin the timer? Yeah.
Yes.
Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
Yes, Contest Master.
Yeah. Contestant number 3, Madhav. Fresh start. Fresh start, Madhav.
Okay. Is it my topic, fresh start?
Yes.
Thank you, and wonderful opportunity to present myself in this table topic scenario. This is my first contest for this Toastmaster International. Fresh start. How do we know we have a fresh start? Every day for you, every day is a fresh start. For me, I learn every day, whether it is Saturday, whether it is a Sunday and Monday. For me, every day is a fresh start day. If you can take an example, from any holiday. For me, Durga Puja holiday, and today is Sunday, and Sunday is also for me a holiday. So every day is a fresh day for me. So how do I look at the fresh day? Every day you have to learn something from your previous day. Whatever mistakes you have done in previous day, you have to accumulate all those mistakes and then try to inbuild or try to module in a different way so that you do not repeat those mistakes in your fresh day, right? We are humans. It might happen that we do mistakes, but we have to learn from our mistakes. This is what my understanding. It varies from people to people. People have different perspectives, but you need to understand how you are going to build, how do you see yourself down the line. So definitely when we say fresh day, it comes, there are many things in our environment that we call it as a fresh. You can take an example of fresh fruit. So when you see any fresh fruit, how does it feel to you? It feels very good, right? So you have to be like a fresh fruit. When you say fresh, you have to be very enthusiastic, very energetic, and very motivated. This is what my understanding from the fresh day. So I will conclude now. Like fresh is something that can be, that can be that cannot be a word. It should be a entire your life should be a fresh in a hollow pipe, and you have to see the light when the tunnel ends. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 4, Venkatesh, we would like to have an audio video check. Kindly repeat after me with hand gestures. It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Please pin the timer. I request you to pin the timer.
From where I should pin the timer?
Venkatesh, you would see Nitesh has raised his hand. If you just right click, ask you so that you can always see the timer. Or else if you are able to see the timer in front of you, that's enough.
Now I can see.
Okay, sure.
Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
Yes, the AV is clear.
Contestant number 4, Venkatesh. Fresh start. Fresh start, Venkatesh.
This is my topic. Let's start.
Yes.
I went through and one of the responsibility comes to my mind that if you want to achieve something, first let's start and try what would happen. And while I was studying, my mother told me to go to the rooftop and collect the clothes. I went there. Before I collecting my rooftop, everybody in my base of the room, they are all crying. I thought, and everyone shouting my name. For 1 second, I thought, why they are calling my name? And when I see there, my grandmother is lying motionless. She cannot utter a word. And then I decided, let's finish this mission in a very good note. I took him to the nearest hospital at 11 o'clock night. I went there and the doctor said, it cannot be curable. I said, why? Then the doctor said to me that it is a very old disease and you cannot curable. And again, after 4 to 6 days, again she is showing symptoms like motionless. So going to the doctors here and there and almost everywhere, we are financially lost. But in my mind, I decided to that I will cure him in my personally. I told to the doctor so many times, please, if she become like this motionless, what? Please give me some medicine prescribed for her so I can give this medicine to her. But he always said to me that we can't do anything. It's a old related disease then. And in my mind, from my personal experience, I gave 2 injections. I gave for almost 2 years, and she is very fine. So I started to give from my experience. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 5, Chetana, can we have an audio video check? Could you please repeat after me with hand gestures? It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Have you pinned the timer? Could you please pin the timer?
Nitesh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
Yeah. Chetna, could you please slightly move a bit backwards, because if you're coming a bit closer to the camera, your head is getting cut.
No.
I think yes, this is perfect. Yeah.
Contestant number 5, Chetana. Fresh start. Fresh start, Chetana.
Fresh start. When I hear the word fresh start, it reminds me that every day when we wake up, we get another opportunity in life to start all over fresh, to learn new things. And we also have another opportunity to, forgive ourselves and move forward in lives. What happened in the past doesn't matter. Come what may, whatever you faced, it may be situations, or there may be some things that out of innocence you would have made mistakes in the past, or even that you would have had some negative thoughts about some people in the past. But come what may, every day is a fresh start, to start afresh and to forget all the past and think that bygones are bygones and begin your new day by giving your best and not having negative thoughts about the people around you, and also about learning new things and growing every day. Now, many of us, we think that, in the past, I've done so many mistakes. Now, how is it that I'm going to live the rest of my life? And how is it I am going to manage the rest of my period? But that's not the thing. Every day is a new opportunity to get corrected, to correct ourselves by, mending our ways, and also by helping others in as many ways as possible, and in whatever manner or way you can. So I feel that starting afresh means by starting your day every day, because life is the biggest gift which is given to us. And in the form of gift, we are getting another new day. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 6, can we have an audio video check?
Check, 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Could you please repeat after me with hand gestures? It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Could you please spin the timer?
Yes.
Okay. Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
Yes, Devi is clear.
Contestant number 6, Srinivas Pai. Fresh start. Fresh start, Srinivas Pai.
Fresh starts.
Fresh start.
Good morning, Toastmasters. I should say good afternoon, Toastmasters, chair contestants, and dear guest. A fresh start. We all want a fresh start in our life, right? Every time we go through a difficulty in life, we want a fresh start. And that's what we have to do in every situation. I'll give you an example. I tried to do my best in my 10th. I tried to do everything I could. But my parents were disappointed with me. They said, no, this is not the score we want you to get. What did I do? I made a fresh start. I made a fresh start, and again I went and prepared myself. Relationships. Oh boy, you spent a year in it. Take an example for me, I was, right, invested in it, but suddenly it didn't work out. What you need is a fresh start. And that is what we all have to do in life. Every time we face an obstacle, every time we face some new challenge, we go back and we rework ourselves and go for a fresh start. Because if we are stuck in the same mold, if we are stuck in the same pattern again and again, we will never be able to grow in life. And that is one of the motto of Toastmasters, that we have to grow in life and help others. And we will only be able to do that if we get a fresh start in life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you in life, whatever you are facing, just leave it behind and go for a fresh start. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 7, Pasha. Can we have an audio video check? Kindly repeat after me with hand gestures. It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Could you please spin the timer? Chief Judge, is the audio video clear?
Yes, Devi is clear.
Contestant number 7, Pasha. Fresh start. Fresh start, Pasha.
See, life is just I wanted to start my new journey now to become a public speaker. No, I have been following through my purpose, my dream to become a doctor, to become an entrepreneur, to become a real estate holder has been completed. Now my first start is to become a public speaker. So now I am in 50s. I am trying to become a public speaker. I am working on that. So I joined the Toastmaster platform. It's been 1 year. I am improving on my English skills. So when I was joined Toastmaster, I was dumb. I was blank when table topics comes. Now I can. It's been 1 year. I am speaking confidently because through this journey, one and a half journey of a Toastmaster, I was able to remove my mental block of I could not speak in English. So though I was poor in English, I studied through my regional medium. Still, before I joined Toastmasters, also I would fear speaking in English. I would I would avoid conversation in English with my clients. Just 1 year before. After joining Toastmaster, I have started my first journey of speaking in English. So English helping me to in all aspects to communicate well with to understand my clients well and to convey my clients well through English, because nowadays if you want to upgrade English is, if you want to standard your living, if you want to stand, my standard of living, my standard of it has elevated my thinking. This English language. So I am able to remove that mental block. No, I am feeling fresh. No, I am hoping to become a public speaker in this through this platform. Pasha, it is. It will be your first start. You will be in there one day. Don't give up. Over to you, ma'am.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 8, Tanmay, can we have an audio video check? Kindly repeat after me with hand gestures. It's a good. You're not able to hear? Oh, this.
Yes, now, okay.
No, what happened?
I was on mute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Contestant number 8, Tanmay, can we have an audio video check? Kindly repeat after me with hand gestures. It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Kindly pin the timer.
Just a second. Okay.
CJ, is the audio video of the contestant clear?
Yes, the AV is clear.
Contestant number 8, Tanmay. Fresh start. Fresh start. Tanmay.
I sit there defeated. It was a very long night and I have lost my mind. Because sometimes to win in life, you have to lose a lot. And sometimes even when you do everything right, you lose. It was the end of my bachelor's, the end of an era, the end of 4 years, which are filled with memories, moments, punishments, ragging, and whatnot. I sat there on the boundary of my college hostel, looked down, and all I see is a big ground, an empty ground in the middle of the night, with a highlight at the corner illuminating the area. I sit there with a bottle in my hand of water and just thinking, what next? These 4 years have passed by like sent through the hand. The 4 years where I was not ready to go into the college at the starting of this journey, now I'm not mentally prepared to leave it. I had a placement in my hand. I have made good friends for life. But still, I sat there empty-handed. Because anything that was there in that life is now ending. And tomorrow is going to be a fresh start. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. Zoom moderator, I request you to escort the tally counter and the chief judge to the breakout room.
Contest master, both moved.
Yes. Thank you.
Contest master, you can ask some questions meanwhile to the contestants.
Yeah. Okay, so does anyone want to share their experience, first time contestants experience? Anybody want to share their experience?
Raise your hands. I will mute you. Okay.
I think Pasha wants to say something.
Ma'am, this is the first time I am contesting through this speeches. So when I started my speech with questions, but I waited, I gave two questions. I asked two questions to the audience. I waited, no responses came. Why? What was the reason?
During the contest, to avoid Zoom bombing, we mute all the participants, including guests. So the contestant did not get any disturbance. That's the reason we mute all the participants.
Okay, sir. That's why that I don't.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question, Dr. Pasha. Do you want to share your experience?
Yes, ma'am. That actually I didn't get any engagement to the audience now. That my confidence level dropped, ma'am. That's why I am asking.
Okay, thank you, Pasha. Zoom moderator Venkate Madhav wants to share his thoughts.
Yeah. So since you asked, thank you, Toastmaster Sonal. Since you asked about, to share our experience, I believe this is the most wonderful, amazing, and the new experience for me on this very Sunday, because every day we work, and today is Sunday, and we are contesting. I feel like that I'm, contesting in an organization. So for me, it's a very, very, very important day, and definitely I will, go ahead and will try to inbuild something which I am missing through this experience. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughts, Toastmaster Madhav. Zoom moderator Venkatesh wants to say something.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. First time I'm joining this contest, and when I see for the first times that time in my mind that going is I may not able to speak a word, and so I thought of let's take any role. Then I see how other people are performing. But just yesterday I got confidence that let's try out that I will speak, but I have done better than what I was thought in my mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkatesh. I see the Chief Judge is back. We will now take a 5-minute break before we move on to our third and final contest for today, the evaluation contest. So the time is 12:54 on my watch. So we will resume exactly at 1.
Please request thank you. May I please request all the contestants of evaluation to be on video and unmuted throughout the contest, please. Thank you.
Yes. Just give me 1 minute. Yes. So can we resume, Chief Judge?
Yes, Contest Master.
Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 2022-2023 evaluation contest for the Speakersden Toastmasters Club. Once again, I am Toastmaster Sonal Shailendra, and I will be your contest master for today's contest. The winner of today's contest will advance to the area contest, which is scheduled to be held on the 25th of March. We will conduct this contest completely in line with the rules mentioned in the latest speech contest rulebook published by Toastmasters International. I will now read out the rules of the evaluation contest in brief. To be eligible to participate, a contestant must be a paid member of a club in a good standing in which he or she is competing and must meet all the eligibility criteria as per the latest contest speech rulebook. For this contest, I declare all the contestants are eligible to participate. The contest will consist of a test speaker delivering a 5 to 7 minute speech. After the speech, the contest will be given 5 minutes to compose their evaluation. Then all but the first contestant will be escorted to the isolation room by the Sergeant at Arms. Each contestant will be brought back to the main room one time to deliver their evaluation. All contestants will speak from the same speaking area. Speech timing is 2 to 3 minutes. Contestants who speak for less than 1 minute and 30 seconds and more than 3 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This is usually the first word uttered by the contestant, but would include any other communication such as sound effects, stage act by another contestant, etc. The judges, contestants, functionaries, and sergeant-at-arms have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed of the location of the timers. Timers, please demonstrate the timing device as follows. The green light will be turned on at 2 minutes and will be remained on for 30 seconds. The yellow light will be turned on at 2 minutes and 30 seconds and will remain on for 30 seconds. The red light will be turned on at 3 minutes and will be remained on till the speech is concluded. No indication will be given post the overtime period. In the event of a technical failure of signal, a speaker is allowed 30 seconds extra overtime before being disqualified. Judges are instructed not to consider time during the ranking of the contestants. There will be 1 minute of silence after each contestant for the judges to mark their ballots. There would be 2 minutes of silence after the last contestants for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. Protests are limited to eligibility, originality, and reference to another contestant's speech in today's contest and must be lodged by voting judges or the contestants. Protest, if any, may be lodged with the chief judge. The chief judge for today's contest is Veera Shanti Ram. Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner. Contestant number, contestant name, speech title, contestant name. We have 6 contestants for today's contest. I will now read out their names. Contestant number 1, Madhav. Contestant number 1, Madhav. Contestant number 2, Sankhya. Contestant number 2, Sankhya. Contestant number 3, Tanmay. Contestant number 3, Tanmay. Contestant number 4, Chetana. Contestant number 4, Chetana. Contestant number 5, Srinivas Pai. Contestant number 5, Srinivas Pai. Contestant number 6, Pasha. Contestant number 6, Pasha. I confirm all the contestants are present in the room. The judges, contest officials, and contestants have been briefed, and we are now ready to begin the contest. No one will be allowed in or out of the room when the contestant is speaking. While entering or leaving a room, please do so during the minutes of silence. Contestants, are you ready? Timer, Sally Counter, Sergeant at Arms, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin with the 2022-2023 evaluation contest for the Speakersden Toastmasters Club.
Contest
yes.
Master,
Yes.
can we quickly confirm the sheet? I mean, can we request the contestants to show the evaluation sheets that they are having in hand?
Yeah, firstly, all the contestants need to come on video and show the chief judge your sheet. Zoom moderator, would it be possible for you to pin these, spotlight all these contestants?
No, I
Not
had a look
necessary?
at all the contestants. Yeah, we are good, Contest Master. Yeah.
Yes.
It's all right. Yeah.
Okay, I request this test speaker to unmute himself for an audio video check. Ajay Tiwari.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, could you please repeat after me? It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Excuse me,
Yes.
Sonal.
Tanmay wants to speak something. Yeah.
Just one question.
Yeah.
Whether we are allowed to take notes during this speech, or should it be done in the 5 minutes that are allotted afterwards?
No, you can take notes during this speech.
All right.
Yes, Zoom moderator, you wanted to say something?
No.
No.
The contestants are raising hands. That's why.
All right. Yes. Okay.
Sure. Thank you. Sorry, Contest Master. Yes, contestant 5, please go on. Yeah.
Is he Ajay Tiwari? Could you please repeat after me? It's a good day.
Sorry, Sonal.
Yeah.
Just a sec. Yeah.
Ajay Tiwari, could you please?
Srinivas also has a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Sonal. I think I'm having bandwidth issue because the videos are going off and on. So is it okay to keep our video off during Ajay's speech so that I can hear it clearly?
Okay, I would say it's all right. You can turn off the video considering there's network issues, but just a quick confirmation, is the rest of the contestants okay with that? The contestant 5 is facing network issues there. Okay, thank you.
Chetana, are you okay with it? She didn't raise her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Ajay Tiwari, could you please have an audio video check? Kindly repeat after me. It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, is the audio of the test speaker audio clear?
Yes, the AV is clear.
Yeah.
Can I please request the test speaker to remove the blur in the background?
Okay, is it clear now?
This is good. Yes, it is.
Sorry, once again.
Yes.
Can you give me 2 minutes to change my network? It's still, even if I turn the video off also, it's still, give me just 2 minutes. I'll switch over the Wi-Fi network. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Timer, please note that you will also have to time the test speaker.
Just a quick confirmation from the rest of the contestants. I hope your audio, video, network, everything is clear. Please give a heads up if at all you are facing any issues. Because once the demo speaker has started, we'll not entertain any other requests. Yeah.
Can someone speak something?
Yeah, Srinivas, can you hear us?
Yes, yeah.
Would
Perfect.
you be able to come on video with this network?
I doubt, because there are only 2 bandwidth in this. Again, it may go into the same issue. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Can we proceed?
Yes, contest master.
Our test speaker for today is Ajay Tiwari. Ajay Tiwari, conflict to collaboration. Conflict to collaboration, Ajay Tiwari.
Thank you, contest chair. As humans, our individuality and thinking ability majorly contribute who we are and how we behave in front of others. When two individuals with different opinions and ideas interact, majority of the time, if each one of that individual sticks with his own idea, it leads to a conflict. And this conflict is a natural process and it's inevitable when two individuals are involved. Fellow Toastmasters, what do you think? Is it good or is it bad? What is your opinion in terms of conflicts? And you have guessed it right. So in some situations, the conflict is bad, where it gets ugly and it can lead to wars between countries, between organizations, between individuals, and they fall apart. Whereas in majority of the conflicts, it brings up new learnings. As a project manager, I have conflicts day in and day out in my professional and as well as my personal life. One of my latest encounter from my personal life was related to a parenthood. As you know, if you have kids, parenthood can be a challenging experience. It can be a humongous task in front of you to actually raise up the child, and especially if you have a schedule or if you have a daily routine and your child activities comes in between that of your daily schedule. Recently my wife came to me and said, your child is not letting me sleep. That is how spouses blame each other in our personal life. So I said, your child? So then we started the conversation. Here the conversation started. So now the baby is approximately 7 months old and she has started doing all different kinds of activity. She has become hyperactive. She gets up in the middle of the night, wants to play with us. She wants to kick. She wants to pull the hairs. So she wants to do n number of things which she cannot express by her words. And the conversation got in a difficult tone. And as you know, sometimes in personal life you have conflict escalating exponentially and getting to the highest level. And here it was, I was in a very difficult situation. The entire night I could not sleep. I actually invested trying to understand what is the situation, what are the problems, and what are the solutions with my project manager hat. So in the morning, I sat with my wife, discussed on the issue, and I asked her, what is that you think or what is that you want? So she said that, can you handle our kid for 3 to 4 hours? during the night time so that I can have some peaceful time and I can sleep for some time. I said it's quite an easy task for me. I can easily handle. And that day one, I took the kid around 10 p.m. in the night. And within an hour, like the child started screaming, shouting, and my wife had to take away the kid from me. So this went on for few days, for day 3, day 4, day 5. And now I was seeing the traumatic experience. I was having a traumatic experience. I was having the nightmares and I was walking like a zombie in the night. Now, this experience I wanted to avoid. So the next day, we again sat together along with my elder kid, and my elder kid gave a solution. Let's play with her in the night. Let's play with her so that she actually uh, gets tired and then she can sleep. So we tried that for that day. So luckily, we played, and then she also saw us playing, and she was quite excited. And over 1 hour or 2 hours, she started getting tired and she slept. So that day, I was able to handle her maybe for more than 3 hours. And slowly, like the conflict started to get into collaboration. So we had our own sleep times and we were able to solve this issue. Conflicts are natural process. Conflicts are not bad. Conflicts actually give you new learnings. From your own experience, you can learn new stuff. Now, there are three things which you should do while you're having a conflict. Number one, you should don't shy away from the conflict. When you're having a conflict with a person, you should think, what was the conflict about? Why is the person more important for me? So don't shy away from the conflict. Go to a person, stand beside him, discuss that I want to discuss about this conflict. Second point, don't blame the person. The person is not the problem. Only the situation is the problem. Focus on the situation, focus on the topic at conflict interest, and try to solve those conflict issues. So where you actually focus on only the topic rather than the person. And third point, think about win-win. So the point here should be when you have a conflict and you want to get out of it, you should think of winning the both parties. So mostly is the case, but in few cases you have to give up sometimes. You have to lose where relationships are more important. So think win-win. So don't shy away from the conflict, don't blame, and thirdly think win-win. Avoiding conflict is not peace, and and peace is basically solving the conflict by peaceful measures. As rightly said by Albert Einstein, in every difficulty there lies an opportunity. And my thought process is, in every conflict there lies an opportunity. So don't shy away from the conflict, embrace it with both hands, and try to learn more about the conflict situation, how you can solve it, and then have deeper connections with the person. And based on that, you can actually have more tools and techniques in your arsenal. So over to you, contest chair Sonal. Thank you.
We will now observe 5 minutes of silence for the contestants to compose their evaluations. I would request the timer for the time taken by the test speaker. Timer?
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Contest master, the time taken by speaker is 6 minutes 47 seconds.
Thank you.
Before the timer goes on with the 5 minute timing, may I please request contestant 5 to come on video now while you are writing the notes during 5 minutes? Yes, thank you. Yes, timers, please indicate after 5 minutes is done. I will also request the contestants to please remove the headphones. Contestant 2, 3, and 5, please remove your headphones too.
Zoom moderator, I request you to escort all but the first contestant to the breakout room along with the sergeant at arms.
It might sound like an exam room, but contestants, please stop writing.
Contestant number 2, Sankhya, can we have an audio video check? Kindly repeat after me. It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Could you please spin the timer?
Sure. Just a minute. Yeah, I'm good.
Chief Judge, is the audio video of the contestant clear?
Yes, Devi is clear.
Yes. Contestant number 2, Sankhya, contestant number 2.
Toastmaster Ajay, my speaker in general. The topic that you have chosen about the conflict to collaboration. Now, if I have to give you the evaluation of this one, let me categorize into two parts, what went well and what could have been improved on. Now, in terms of what went well, I really liked the content where you spoke about the conflict, about your personal, you gave example on the parenthood, on the kids' daily routine. Now, the examples which you gave, that gives an authenticity of your, the way you have experienced it, and that gives a credibility to your speeches. And all the newly married or all the newly parents particularly, they were able to correlate with that yes, this is something which everybody faced, and this is something which is very come from the heart. In terms of the improvement in terms of the conflict, where it could have been improved on the content part. One is when you start off, you gave us on the personal, you give two examples that I'll be going to speak on the personal and the profession. While you give a very nice and detailed explanation on the personal, your professional aspect was missing. You give the timing on 6 minutes 46 second or 47 second when it was a yellow. Still, there were a lot of time left to give you quick another example on the professional front, what went well or how we could have been collaborate with the conflict. Now, in terms of the other parts, now the body language and the vocal variety, I see there are certain improvements which could have been done. One is when you spoke at the beginning, you spoke about the conflicts, the personal and the profession. Now, this is a very not a good way of showing two. It indicates something. It's always better to show that in this way so that always your back of the hand is facing the audience. And secondly, on the other hand, when you have a clasping hand throughout, right? Your hand was clasped, and that you could have been avoid. Try to spread out your hand. Try to give a lot of hand gestures so that you will be able to speak better on that. You have an entire stage to go around. However, I see that the stage was not being divided, or you could have spoken on that way. When you come up with a few things like on your when you were speaking on the characterization, for example, you have you're speaking with your wife, and when there was a conflict in between, there are a lot of things on which you could have been improved. For example, your wife could have been showing you a gesture, or when you are speaking to your wife, that voice modulation could have been improved a lot. Like for example, your wife, there has a certain way of speaking that could have been come out. It would have been very nice on that front. In terms of so overall, if I see, it went really well. But if you can just play around with the voice modulation and the on your characterization part, that would have been great flavor to your already well structured content. So I hope this is good, and over to you, contest master.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 3, can we have an audio video check? Could you please repeat after me with hand gestures? It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Could you please spin the timer?
I'm good.
Chief Judge, is the audio and video of the contestant clear?
Yes, the AV is clear.
Contestant number 3, Tanmay. Tanmay, contestant number 3.
First, I would like to congratulate our target speaker, Ajay, for giving us a wonderful speech on conflict and collaboration. A topic which most of us face in our everyday life, in our personal life as well as professional life. And by using your own example as a product manager who has to deal with conflicts on an everyday basis, you set up a good context as your credibility as the speaker. Because first thing that the listeners want is to have that confidence on the speaker, whether he has the authority on the topic or not. This was a carefully constructed speech where you started by setting up a context of what is a conflict and how you can face it in your life. And you gave examples on the most relatable topic ever in the history of human beings, handling kids, which seems like an easy task, but is a mammoth in itself. The speech was filled with by talking about the problem and multiple iterations that you have taken to tackle the problem in your example. You approached it with try fast, fail fast. This speech pulls the listener into the shoes of the parents by giving them a problem where the kid was not able to sleep, but also giving them multiple solutions that you have employed. And given your credibility as the parent yourself, it made people believe what you were saying. And for bachelors like me, I have taken notes, which I may be using in the future. Now let's talk about something that is very important in any speech, the body language. I felt, although you have the credibility on the topic, you missed a confident body language. Your body was very loose, like you were going like this, where it could have been used very strongly to depict your point. For example, I handled the kid for 1 hour, where you went just like this. There were some very good uses of body language as well, like from conflict to collaboration, where you narrowed down the problem using your hands. And it's a wonderful use of your body. Another thing that I have to take from any speech is the memorability of the speech. And I think somehow, even though you gave us a concise view of how to reach from a conflict to a collaborative state by giving us 3 ground rules of don't shy, don't blame, and win-win, you somehow missed on summarizing it. You could have used a simple example like D2W2, like don't shy, don't blame, and win-win, which would made your speech more memorable and would have made the listeners remember this whenever they're into a state of conflict. Like I had these 3 steps and this is how I remember it. Now, talking about the adaptability of your speech, in my personal belief, the topic itself can be adapted in our day-to-day life and is very useful for the listeners. I congratulate you on this speech and thank you for giving us a life lesson in your speech. Thank you.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 4, Chetana, can we have an audio video check? Kindly repeat after me. It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Please pin the timer.
Yes.
Yeah. Chief Judge, is the audio and the video of the contestant clear?
Yes, the AV is clear.
Contestant number 4, Chetana. Chetana, contestant number 4.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the speaker Ajay for having chosen such topic, conflict to collaboration. Coming to the structure of the speech, the structure of the speech was really excellent because the way the speaker had began the speech by giving us an idea about what the topic would be, and also by giving apt examples of what we face in our day-to-day life, like as well as our personal life. He also gave an example of how how we face conflict in a corporate. And also he gave a personal example about his personal life, about how conflict arises. And the name of the speech was Conflict to Collaboration. So I can say that the speaker has done justice to the title given to the speech, as he had covered everything related to that particular topic. And apart from that, I found it really informative. And informative in the sense like whatever the thought speaker had tried to convey, it was in a simple and understandable language. And I'm sure all the audience could connect to it in an easy and understandable manner. And coming to the audience interaction, I found that the speaker had he had interacted with the audience well by engaging them in the question. And also, he did maintain eye contact with all the speakers. And he had also given a good try on the hand gestures. And coming to the clarity, the speech was really clear, and also he had conveyed his thoughts in a clear and defined manner. And while concluding the speech, he had also given, not only that he spoke about the conflict part, towards the end of the speech, he had ended it in a very informative manner by giving the solution as to how we can avoid such situations and how to not run away from conflicts. So that was really the good part of his speech. Now coming to the points where it could have been better. In the beginning, while giving the speech, I had observed that the video was not clear. That could have been avoided. And the second point which I would stress on is the stage utilization. The speaker, while speaking, he was standing in one single position. He could have made movements here and there and utilized the stage in a better manner. And the third thing which I would stress about is the voice modulation. I found that his tone was single, and there was no voice modulation while giving his speech. And in case of hand gestures, in many places I found that he was clasping his hands. So clasping of hands indicates that nervousness, which can be avoided. Thank you.
We will now maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 5, Srinivas Pai. Can we have an audio video check? Could you please repeat after me? It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Could you please spin the timer?
Yes.
Chief Judge, is the audio video of the contestant here?
Just a moment. Yes, Devi is clear.
Contestant number 5, Srinivas Pai. Srinivas Pai, contestant number 5.
Oh boy, the moment I heard the start of the message, Toastmaster Vijay, I could remember the conflict with my own boss. And I thought, is conflict to collaboration actually possible with such people? Good afternoon, Contest Chair, Toastmasters, and dear guest. Toastmaster Vijay, I think you did a fabulous job in communicating the message. The way you started with the example of your professional journey, and then you went to your personal life, right? You started talking about how the conflict you had with your own wife for, when you had your child, who will take care of that conflict? And I think it's something which we all could relate to, because this is a common topic especially in Indian homes, right? So I think you did a fabulous job by giving examples. There was some humor also when you said zombies and things like this. We all were like, giggling a lot. So I think the stories really connected with all of us, and we lived through that journey along with you. So that was a very good thing. There are a few things I would ask you to improve upon. This is just my suggestion. So one was, I felt there was a little bit of energy lacking. This is a topic which everyone can connect with, right? So you could have brought in more energy to this. You could have said, is conflict good or bad? And this energy would have really gone from the Zoom meeting to all our homes. And then you could have done a little bit of pause and stress to make us understand that you're going from one topic to another topic. So I felt the voice modulation and the pauses were a little bit not in place, right? And the next thing is you could have done a little bit of audience interaction. This is a topic, again, everyone can relate. So when you would have asked this question, we would have gone to the depths of our soul and thought, for example, you could have said, hey, do you remember the conflict you had with your boss? Suddenly I would have thought about all those moments with my boss. But to summarize, we all want to take away a message back to our homes. And I felt you did a really excellent job in that, because when you listed down the summary of points why we should conflict to collaborate, we could all take away some points back to home. And how I started this message by saying, I was remembering the conflict with my boss. I felt after your message, I can really go back and look at some of these points and really, apply in my own life. Over to you, Toastmaster Sonu. Thank you.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 6, Pasha. Can we have an audio video check? Could you kindly repeat after me? It's a good day. 1, 2, 3.
It's really good day. 1, 2, 3.
Could you please spin the timer? Chief Judge, is the audio video of the
Yes,
contestant?
the AV is clear. Yeah.
Yes. Contestant number 6, Pasha. Pasha, contestant number 6.
Really, it is very good day after listening to target speaker Ajay Tiwari to describe his speech in one line. Wow, what a phenomenal speech today we had. Conflict to collaborations. What a title. This is the need of the hour. So it's been through years of my life, I have been hearing ignorance is bliss. Now, after hearing to Ajay Kumar Tiwari's speech, but totally my concept has changed. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is curse. Not addressing our problems, not becoming aware of our conflicts, not finding solution to our conflict, running away from problems is really curse. So coming to your speech, as a fantastic opening, you open your speech, how we humans behave, how our thoughts, our things, when two people are involved, how conflict arise. Beautiful opening, it has beautiful opening. And we slowly transferred into, you said that the conflicts, we learn through conflicts. Very beautiful. Conflicts are good, very beautiful. Then it has fantastic body. To your body, you bring your personal story, your son's conflict with your own conflict with your wife. Yeah, very fantastic it was. You narrated 2 stories, beautiful it was. The body, it has got beautiful flow. It has clarity. The intention you spoke, it was engaging to the audience. Wow, what a speech you had today. That you gave beautiful conclusions. 3 takeaways. What are takeaways? Don't shy away from your problems. Don't blame others. Then think win-win. Wow, what a beautiful takeaway. That's why it is really a good day for me. So coming to we are at Toastmasters, we are all here to improve ourselves. We can do good to better to best. So the areas you can work upon. The first area is when you said the story about your conflict with your wife, that expression, conflict with wife means expression. What expression you have to show and gestures, that feel didn't come. Next, you took your elders and advice. While taking the advice, how you took that tone modulation. The tone modulation has to be there, didn't come. Third one. Okay. Third one, these things you have to improve upon. One more thing I want to add. If you have added these expressions, gestures, it would have added spice to your story. Over to you, contestant chair.
We will now maintain 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. I request the Zoom moderator to escort the chief judge and the tally counter to the isolation room.
Done, Sonal. Sonal, it has been done. Both chief judge and tally
Have
counter.
been moved, is it? All right.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, does anyone want to share any thoughts very briefly in 30 seconds?
Sonal, can we enable all the chats and unmute option?
Yeah, I think we can now.
Yeah. So all members, you can unmute yourselves, you can chat, everything has been enabled now.
Uday, would you want to say something? Because you've come all the way from District 121 and you're spending your Sunday entire almost up to the afternoon with us.
It was wonderful. Contest is always good. We learn a lot of things in the contest. People come up with great message, either ISC or evaluation, the way they evaluate with table topics things. I really loved, enjoyed the topic. I'll be traveling to another contest in 2 hours time. That's how it's going my Sunday contest day.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Udaya. And we have our chief judge back with us. Veera Shantiram, do you want to say something to our audience before we divulge the results?
Just a moment. Hello, everyone. Hi, my network had been very flaky today, so I didn't come on video, but it was strong enough that I was able to witness every single one of you. And I thoroughly enjoyed today's contest. And firstly, I was so excited because we had a huge amount of participation. In total, it was what, 8 plus 6 plus 4, 18 contestants. And back to back, the amount of energy and enthusiasm you all had. And we also had first-time participants and first-time role takers. So a big thank you and congratulations to every single person who made this contest a huge success. And I would suggest, I would just want to add one thing. We did not have any protest in any of the contests. All 3 contests, we did not have any protest. But unfortunately, in the speech contest alone, we had 1 disqualification based on timing. In the rest of the contest for evaluation and table topics, we did not have any disqualifications. Everyone was right on time. And once again, hearty congratulations to every single participant and all the very best to everyone who is moving on to the next level. And I'm sure that you will carry this amount of enthusiasm and energy throughout the next term as well as the upcoming contest too. So with that, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to witness this wonderful contest. I'll hand it over to our contest master, Toastmaster Son.
Yes. So before I announce the results, I would
before you announce the results.
Yes,
sorry.
I would like all our members, especially the members of Speakersden, to give a huge round of applause to our chief judge and his team of judges for staying put for so long on a Sunday morning. They deserve a huge round of applause. This has been very taxing for so many of us. And Veera was extremely instrumental in bringing us role takers. He was more invested in the contest than me. So I think, thank you, Veera.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. I think you rightly mentioned it. I'd like to really thank the anonymous panel of judges that we have, who also spent a solid 3 hours time in helping you all out, helping us getting the winners selected fair and square. So once again, thank you so much to the judging team. And yes, thanks to the contest management team too. Over to you, Toastmaster Sonal.
So now it's time for the results. We will start with the international speech contest. The second runner-up for the international speech contest goes to Toastmaster Abhishek.
Can we all unmute and give the real claps?
Real applause, is it? The first runner-up for the international speech contest, Toastmaster Tanmay. And the winner, the first place winner, who will be representing the Speakersden at the area contest, Toastmaster Srinivas Pai. We will now move on to our table topics contest. The second runner-up for the table topic contest, Toastmaster Srinivas Pai. The first runner-up for the table topic contest, Toastmaster Tanmay. And the first place winner, who will be representing the Speakersden Toastmasters Club at the area contest, Toastmaster Sankhya. And finally, the evaluation contest. The second runner-up for the evaluation contest, Toastmaster Chetana. The first runner-up for the evaluation contest, Toastmaster Tanmay. And the first place winner, who will be representing the Speakersden for the evaluation contest at the area level, Toastmaster Srinivas Pai. With this, I hand it over to the president of our club, Toastmaster Tanmay, for his closing remarks.
First of all, let me take a moment to thank our chief sirs, contest masters, Zoom master, timers, telecounters, and every role takers who has been momentous in making this contest a success. A huge round of applause for the team. What a wonderful day, where we started at 11 and it's already 2. I know it's too late. Most of you are hungry, but I see that some of you were hungry for success and is taking it home today in the form of the runner-ups, the winner position in the different contests at the Speakersden. And I believe, like this is my personal belief, that every day that we spent in the program here is to prepare us for this moment. When you actually put your skills that you learn from Toastmasters or your professional life to a use where you feel like a kid again. Remember all those annual day functions at the school where you used to have contests. It could be a fancy dress contest, a speech, a debate. But that feeling of being there on a stage in front of everyone, that is amazing. And today we relive that spirit. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for all the participants, contestants, role takers. Thank you for that. And congratulations to the winners who did a great job. Karshan Pai for being 2 out of 3 winners. And now you have the responsibility of bearing the flag of Speakersden in the area contest happening on 25th March. So prepare well, and any resource that you need for your preparation is at your disposal from the Speakersden. So feel free to reach out to me, our VP Education Sonal, or anyone else that you think can help you. We would be extending all the help that we can to make sure that you win the area contest as well and the levels after that. Now, I have a small announcement as well for the club members. Like we have been having online meetings for quite a while. So we are having our hybrid meeting on our next Sunday. Make sure that whoever is in Bangalore, please come to our offline venue in the Indranagar, and we will be extending this location in the link format as well on the group pretty soon. So we will be distributing the certificates for the participation and the winners in our offline meeting. So that's why coming there is very important. And Pai, you might have to come twice as well. So yes, we'll be seeing each of you in the next meeting. And that's all from my side. Thank you, and back to you, Contest Master. No, contest master turned off her camera.
No, please adjourn the meeting. The meeting is done.
All right. Okay. With this, let me conclude today's meeting. Meeting number 314. Oh, now I know why the pi is the winner. It's a 100 pi meeting. Yes, it's a 100 pi meeting. Pi is the winner. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next meeting.
Thank you so much, everyone.